How about now? It's been a long, hard-fought season, ups and downs, blood, sweat, and tears, and it all comes down to this one final weekend. 16 started and 4 remain. Welcome to the OTT Sports Network and the Colorado State Bantam AA Championships. I'm Harry Haviland, I'll be your host, but I am excited. We're up here in Fort Collins. NOCO is the host. NOCO is who we are taking on. 1, 2, 3, 4 went Littleton, NOCO, Arapahoe, and Colorado Springs. Littleton skated to a 6-2 victory earlier, and they beat the Springs, so they will be taking on the winner of this game tomorrow at 5 p.m. The losers will face off in this double elimination tournament tomorrow evening at 7:45. We do not want that to happen to your Warriors, so get out of your seats. Wrong button. Get out of your seats, get those drinks ready. It's Thursday night hockey on the OTT and we're ready to go. I'm hoping everybody's tuned in, everybody's ready. Send the love to this team. They've been practicing hard. We haven't been on the ice here with you in a couple of weeks, but that's because they've been practicing hard back at South Sub, working on all those secret plays, and we'll see if they all come to fruition here tonight. I think we're going to play 2 periods and then have an ice clean. That's what they did in the game before us. So hopefully you got enough popcorn to last you for 36 minutes of high-flying action here in NOCO. Foster, Medeo, Popovic starting this one for the Warriors. Kolcheski and Canterbury back on D. And game is underway. NOCO controls this one at their center ice. Push back in past Kolcheski. Canterbury again behind. Dodges his way out of a hit. A couple of NOCO players come crashing in. Canterbury loses his stick, trying to fight his way into the corner. Takes the man down as he going after him. Kolcheski knocking that one up to the boards. Then Kolcheski gets hammered down. NOCO picks that puck up, sends it around the far side. Off the boards, back out to the blue line. Kicking it into the corner. Controlling this one is the Junior Eagles. Gets that one stuck out of the zone. Warriors managing to make a quick change here. Woolley, Toto, and Weber step out with Big Rig, Moore, and Benevelski. Left behind the net there for Moore. Pass comes across. Too many men on the ice. Penalty gonna go against the Warriors. That ref called one with a minute left to go in the last game too. And it looks like the Warriors misread that change, and Weber's gonna go serve one with only 46 seconds ticked off the clock. The Warriors are gonna be going down a man. Cedar and Moore out there with Toto and Woolley to kill this one off for the Warriors. They're dropping this puck in their defensive zone. Trying to get things set up here. The scorekeepers can't figure out how to get the 2 minutes up on the board. Ref's going to tell them if they can't get it done, we're just going to let the guy out of the box. The whole town of Fort Collins, Windsor, wherever we are right now, came out for this one. All the wives and girlfriends are in the stands, the grandparents, aunts and uncles. I think there's high school music teachers even here. Saw him over there with a tambourine, I'm just assuming. Or is that musicist? Right back here after an icing call. 5 seconds ticked off the penalty. Only a minute and a half penalties here. We go all season with 2-minute penalties. We get to the playoffs and it's a minute and a half. Who knows what's going to happen here, folks? Outside the zone and sent all the way down. It's going to be another icing call, but second by second they'll tick that one off. They drain another 8 seconds off the clock. Good contingency showing up here from the southern end of town too, as a lot of people up here from Arapahoe cheering on their team, making that long drive up just to stop at Buc-ee's and get some beef jerky is my guess, but also to be here and support their team. Buc-ee's, of course, the sponsor of our game today up here in NOCO. A puck is back in control of the Northern Colorado team as Toto bumps him off the puck and Cedar flips it high and down the ice. Going to be another icing call, but slowly and surely they're killing this penalty off. Under a minute left to go in the man advantage for NOCO is they can make a full wholesale line change. A full wholesale. That's like a double whammy.
Costco's.
It's a Costco's? Toto's still out there leaning into this one in the defensive zone. That one gets pushed ahead. Rigg trying to work his way to the point, couldn't quite get it out. Circle back inside the blue line is Noko. The Eagles back around the far side. They finally get this one set up out to the blue line. Looking to come across. Pressure coming from Eagle-Cedar. They send it to the far side. Back in front, Eagle-Cedar goes. Toto back out to the blue line. Woolley skating across. Shot comes in. Big save by Prokop. Shots on goal, 1-0. With this man advantage dwindling to 34 seconds for the Northern Colorado Junior Eagles. To the blue line, off the controlled win. Foster and Popovic now out there on forward. Cannonberg and Kolchevsky back out there. Popovic across the red line, firing that one around. Stopped in behind the net by Popovic, keeping the pressure on. Pops taking those seconds off the clock. Noko coming out of their own zone, winding up their own end, coming through center ice. Across the blue line, Cannonberg pokes that one into the corner, keeping the pressure on his man, and then takes him out behind the net. Good work there by Henry Cannonberg. Back over Kolchevsky, hard, bounces out in the center, and block shot there by Cannonberg. Henry Cannonberg off the boards, ices the puck, but it kills the penalty off, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. A successful early first period kill here by the Warriors. The OTT live with you in Fort Collins, Colorado. It's playoff hockey. One there by Foster. Tipped away by Gruber behind the net. Left over and knocked around the far side by Eagle-Cedar. To the blue line. Not clear of the zone. Tipped in front. Back over. Dylan Eagle-Cedar up the boards. Medeo by Popovic taken away. Dangling in front of the net. To the hash marks. Noko with the shot. Paddle saved there by Prokop. And Noko continues to control this one. Back out towards the blue line. They walk across. Make the D-to-D pass. Tip it back into the corner. Gruber trying to force his man off the puck. He gets forced into the corner. Then Foster gets taken out hard. He's holding his head as he goes to the ice. Tipped out of the zone by Medeo, and now he chases to center. Medeo gets another shot to the head as he goes down. Noko playing a physical game here. The Warriors got to find a way to turn this back around the other way. Foster up to Medeo through center ice. Medeo back in his own end. Gruber finally backhands it out of the zone. There's Reed Lahr out there, gets his stick on the right side of the red line, knocks that one all the way down. Salazar and McGowan come out here to join Lahr. McGowan hard off the boards to center. Salazar pushing his man up against the glass here at center ice. Noko turns, fires that one in. Owen Moore back to pick it up. Left there by Prokop, sends it around. Ben Salazar off the board, centering pass outside the reach of Reed Lahr. And it's backhanded back in across. No offside there as they race to get across the blue line. Owen Moore off the board, sends that one down. That's going to be an icing. I have no idea why that's not an icing. Salazar getting physical in the corner. McGowan chasing after him, forcing that one back out to center ice. Cannonberg gains the blue line. His man was not onside as McGowan was still coming back. And that's going to be an offside call brought back out to center ice. Toto, Woolley, Weber. One back by Noko. Over the far side, Colorado Junior Eagles sending that one in. He gets a little bit of a hit from Toto. They both pick themselves up. That's tipped around by Cannonberg, controlled back by the Eagles. They fire this one in behind the Warriors net, turn around. Kolchevsky chasing after it, drop pass there over for Toto. He reverses into the corner, takes a little shove, but bounces it off the glass and out. Woolley looking to get after that. Tip back up. Cannonberg steals his way. Henry Cannonberg one-on-one. Coming down the left side. Cannonberg takes the shot. Right on the goalie. Rebound comes out. Woolley couldn't get there in time. Kicks back over. Toto picks it up in the corner. Finds another one. Ben Toto walks out of the corner. Up over the goalie's shoulder. It's a 1-0 hockey game. Ben Toto with the snipe. He's pumped. The crowd's pumped it. After a lot of lopsided hockey, the Warriors come back and fire only their second shot on net, converting and taking the lead. Foster, Medeo, Popovic. Pops, backhand, flip in, knocked down. Foster chasing. Controlled back by Noko. They send it out to the center ice. Gruber has the backhand on it, but Noko steals it away, coming in one-on-one against Eagle-Cedar. Eggy stands his man up, takes the puck away. Good job by him. Noko still working their way in from the corner. Eggleseder gets in front of that man again. Another shot gets deflected before it goes in front of the net. 96 in white, trying to backhand it out, taken away by Eggleseder. Eggy with a long pass up to Popovic, flips that around his man. Pop's chasing it into the corner. 10:50 left to go here in the first period. Popovic knocking his man off there. Medeo trying to center pass that one out. Gets knocked off of Foster's stick, and now it's a 4-on-2 for Noko. They forgot to take the puck with them, allowing Popovic to come back, steal that one. Medeo feeding it up to Foster, cutting through the legs and not quite the body, taken back over by Noko. Back and forth hockey at center ice with 10.5 minutes left to go in the first period. Haviland stepping off the bench. He's with McGowan and Medeo out there right now. Tipped in to the Warriors' territory. Benevelski checks up behind his net. 2 players to contend with. Now the Noko takes it away from him. McGowan chasing behind the net. Back over to Moore. Moore bumps his man off there. Backhand tip in for McGowan. He's got Medeo still on the far side. Gets it over. Benevelski hard up the boards, tipping that one out. Haviland's trying to chase after that. Working his way in. Haviland knocking that one down, and it's brought back into their own zone by Noko. Chased there by Salazar as he jumps over the boards with Medeo making the change. Backhand tip in by Noko. Cannonberg races around behind his own net, sees a little bit of time there, passes up to Salazar. Salazar couldn't handle the heat on that one, still chasing it down at center ice. Goes through the skates of McGowan, and Cannonberg jumps into the play at center. Over to the far side, Weber now. Picking that one up with Salazar taking his man. Kolcheski back into the Warriors zone. Cannonberg with it. Cannonberg off the boards. Tips to Salazar. Not clear. There's that pass again. Seen that all too often. Prokop's seen it one too many times, and he's going to say, let's just hang on to that and have a little chat. 1-0 hockey game. Harry Haviland live with you in Fort Collins, Colorado. It's the OTT Sports Network and Tier 2 Bantam Hockey Playoffs here in Colorado. Toto fighting for that one, comes right into Prokop again. He's going to hang on as a surprise puck jumps into his crease. He's seen a jack-in-the-box in his day, so he's not afraid whatsoever. I would have cried. That's the difference between me and a good goaltender. As we all know, and we saw last week, a good goaltender can beat a far superior team. I'm not referencing anything, but just keep that in mind. Woolley, backhand pass up, trying to find Toto. Intercepted there by Noko, taken back away by Deacon Woolley. He's got a little bit of time using his speed, makes that pass to Toto, working down the left wing. Toto flips it, he's going to chase it. Him and Deacon both going after it. Deacon's going to get a penalty for that. He's going to get an interference call, would be my guess. He did not touch the puck before Deacon took his man out, and he's gotten away with a lot of those this year with his size, but you got to wait till the guy touches the puck. Warriors going back on the penalty kill for the second time in less than half of the first period. Wait, what? They're giving him boarding call 2 and 10? You can't give him a 2 and 10 for that. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Okay, so we're going to be without Woolley for the rest of this period in the first minute and 16 seconds of the second. As he's getting a 2 and 10 for boarding on that. It's a little weak on my mind, but nonetheless, I don't make those decisions, and the Warriors are going to have to fight off 2 minutes here. Shorthanded. Kolcheski flipping that one out. They are going to say that wasn't deflected at the blue line, bringing it all the way down. Icing call against the Warriors with 8:32 left to go here in the first period. They're leading 1-0, but killing off the next minute 19 on a boarding call from Deacon Woolley. Toto and Foster, the 2 penalty killers. Or no, sorry, Popovic and Foster. One back out to the blue line. Eagles controlling it. Passing it around, setting up on the power play, back in behind the net, looking for that centering pass. Tipped in front, loose. and flipped all the way out by Foster. Yes, it'll be another icing call, but it'll come back down with the puck still outside of the Warriors' net, and they lead 1-0. Hopefully we're getting a better feed in here than the last time Stan and Steve and Tom and whoever else is trying to muck around with everything in here. We were in Mexico, I believe, at the time. I didn't have good enough service as it is, but this is playoff hockey. We bring out all the stops. The OTT park the satellite truck out front just in time to see Winoco pass that puck across, find a wide open net, tie this game up on the power play. Be back to 5-on-5. Woolley's still going to sit in the box. Haviland's going to join Toto and Weber here, with Woolley continuing to sit for the rest of this period. Toto wins that one over to Weber. Benevelski across the red line, fires that one in deep. No icing on the call, picked up by Noko behind their net. Off the glass and trying to get that one out. Fought by Haviland, stepping into it. It's Toto keeping this one inside the offensive zone as the Warriors with hard-fought battle. A couple of players still tied up, their sticks banging up against the glass. There, Haviland draws the penalty as he gets cross-checked or tripped from behind. It's going to be the Warriors going with the man advantage now with 7:47 left to go. Warriors power play action coming at you, brought to you by Buc-ee's, where I just ate 3 pounds of beef jerky in less than 45 minutes. Foster, Medeo, Popovic, Cannonberg, and on the blue line is Toto with him. We've watched them work on this. They get that pass, win it back out. Toto back over to Cannonberg. They've been working on this all week. D to D. Toto ripping a shot in, blocked and then kicked into the corner. Bounces over the stick of Popovic, but then it's kept in the blue line by Toto. Toto gets his stick up on the guys. He comes crashing into him, just defending himself there. No call on the play. They put it up off the glass, kicked down by Toto at the blue line. In front, looking for the tip was Austin Medeo standing at the hash marks. He picks up loose puck up in the corner, feeding it over to Foster. Devin Foster, backhand pass off the boards to Medeo. Working his way back out to the blue line, sneaks it all the way across. Toto back to Cannonberg, stepping in, pass across, back out to Cannonberg. Off the boards, picked up by Toto. Looking for this lane, back out to Cannonberg. 47 seconds left to go, drop pass over. Foster shoots one, it gets tipped off on the far side. Ben Toto picks it up off the boards. Good opportunities here as the Warriors trying to find a way to find a lane towards the net. Cannonberg, they're being patient, gets it across the far side. Toto steps in, shoots one loose puck under the goalie, it sneaks out. The ref blows it dead before the Warriors could find that loose puck. And with 30 seconds left to go on the man advantage, they're going to keep this same 5 players out there, seeing if they can capitalize. They've been doing a great job controlling the puck in the offensive zone so far. One shot on net and an almost rebound that the ref blew down quick. Toto, clean win, back out to Cannonberg. To the top of the circle, Cannonberg shoots right into the goalie with no rebound that time. He hangs on tight, and they're going to try the exact same thing out of the same corner. Now Toto taking that draw. Popovic taking his man down. Toto mishandling that one. Back over. Cannonberg holding his ground at the blue line. Toto flips it into the corner. Austin Medeo chases. 2 guys on him. He kicks it back into the corner. Sent out. Good work there by Ben at the blue line holding it. And then finally Noko sends it out. They get a quick chance to change here with a quick transition. Cannonberg's waiting for a couple of guys to change up for him. Drop pass over to Benevelski. Fresh legs off the bench. Sasha Benevelski dangles through the blue line and across the offensive zone. Benevelski shoots one. It deflects right up over the crossbar, over to the far side. Popovic still out there trying to get it towards the net. McGowan can't hold that one in at the blue line, and now they're racing down the other way. Taken away and then comes in and scores. Jesus, pardon me. Unbelievable power play, a misstep at the blue line. They go all the way down the other way, breakaway goal, and it's a 2-1 hockey game in favor of Noko. Toto, Haviland, Weber back out there trying to redeem the Warriors. Puck's won by Noko. Eagles shot up there, tipped away by Benevelski at center ice, knocked in by Weber, chased down by Toto. Now they're trying to get this one kept out, but Noko takes it right back into their own zone, pressured by Weber. They get it to center ice. Toto comes in. They fire that in. It's going to be an icing call against Noko. Good opportunity here for the Warriors with an offensive zone draw. 6-on-6. The shots on net are even, but 2-1 is the score. Warriors trailing. 5:38 left to go here on the OTT Sports Network. McGowan, Salazar, and Lar. Gruber and Egelseeder, on the blue line. Pinched away, Salazar coming in, trying to find that loose puck. The penalty for a hold against, oh, it looks like that one's going against Noko. Warriors with another power play opportunity. That same line's going to step back out and try and gain control again in the offensive zone, except they are on a different mission this time. First caller in to guess what their mission is on this power play wins free season tickets for next season's Arapahoe Warriors. All games, all ages. Oh, there's the phone. The rate's ringing off the hook. Yes, caller number 2. It's Edna. Edna, how are you? Yes, they're trying to score. Oh, what a winner. Devin Foster gets a shot off. Out to the blue line. Toto, good job, hand-eye, knocking that one down over to the top of the circles. Foster couldn't control the pass. It's knocked out to center. Cannonberg, backhand slide across to Toto. Drop there for Cannonberg, building up some speed. Henry Cannonberg working down the right side, working his way all the way down. This is Nate McKinnon drop pass, run it up style. He stops, back out to Popovic, finally gains control, flips it over to Toto. He's on the left, backhand spin in behind. Medeo picks it up behind the net, takes it over to the right side. He's in the corner, feeding it back out to the blue line. Cannonberg takes his time, walks around one, feeds into the corners on the backhand of Foster. He turns it back around, flips it into the corner for Medeo. Medeo sending it far side. Toto picking it up. Noko keeping him to the outside. Shot right off the goaltender. Puck is loose in front, still digging for it. They find it and send it out of the zone. That's not going to be an icing call. Noko getting a chance to change up. They got quick transition here. Picked up by Medeo. He makes a pass across. Coming off the bench is Weber. Benevelski off the boards. 15 seconds left to go. Weber misses that one. Back over to Benevelski. He gets spun around in his own zone, then taken down. Pocketed there by Noko, making that pass in front, almost getting the shorthanded goal. Haviland chasing this one down now through center. Picked back up by Noko. They turn. Penalties over. 5-on-5 hockey as Noko comes into the offensive zone. Egelseeder taking his man into the corner. Benevelski and Toto behind the net. Coming up with that loose puck over to the far side. Weebs tries to step in front of it. Now Egelseeder back out to the top of the circle. Clears it out of the zone. Haviland fights his way through center. Comes back out to Noko. They go around the far side across the blue line. Dump it in on Prokop. He hangs on for a settle down reset in the defensive zone. 3:32 left to go here in the first frame. OTT Sports Network still kicking it with you here in Fort Collins, Colorado. Foster back in to take this draw. Wins that back for Cannonberg. Scott Medeo up the boards. That backhand tip to a speedy Foster coming through center ice across to the far side. It's in the skates of Popovic. Pop still turns, shoots one in. It's on the goaltender. Hunting for the rebound was Foster. Wasn't in his scope, so he could not fire. They're going to get another shot at it here, though, when they get the draw over to the left shoulder of the goalie. Foster, both players going down at center. Dot, around, pick back up. Devin Foster flipping one through. It was deflected right into the goaltender again. Another save with the 11th shot on net for the Warriors. They've only got one behind them. 3:09 left to go. Clearing it out there, and then Canterbury doing a good job tying his man up, but Noko still comes across the offensive zone. Two guys coming in on two. Deflection up into the mesh off the stick of Kolchevsky as he gets in the way of his man before the puck gets clear onto the net. This will be deep in Warriors territory, but it's a better option. Toto, Haviland, Weber back out here for the Warriors. Kolchevsky and Canterbury on D. One there, picked off by Haviland. Centering pass up through to Weber. He gains across the blue line, misses on the pass, or was he leaving to get there for Toto? Either way, it didn't work out, and working their way down. Noko Eagles taking that one in. Benevelski forcing it back into the corner. Eagles still control it. Top of the zone. Fire one just up over the net. Clearing it back out to center ice there was Toto. Noko with all the control here. He's looking to get back the other way. Toto's a better sniper, but he's been doing an unbelievable job on the back check, and he's all over the ice today. He'd like another goal here, another opportunity, but Benevelski's going to be the one taking it out. Gets it to Haviland. It goes through his skates. Haviland stops, gets it to Moore, flipping it in. Benevelski and Weber chasing on the forecheck. To the blue line, McGowan keeps that one in. Benevelski turning, does a little dance to the blue line. Benevelski still has it, fakes his man out. Then he spins over to the backhand in the corner. Sasha Benevelski still has it. Backhand shot in behind the net. McGowan trying to find that loose puck. Off the boards, back out. Riggsy into the corner. Fired hard around the far side. That should be an icing call if it makes it. It will. And blown down with 1:43 left to go. McGowan, Salazar, and Lahr. Lahr with the shoulder. Fighting off two guys in the corner. Reed Lahr using his power to get that one out to Salazar. Trying to flip it to the blue line. It's knocked down. Salazar gets it back. Loses control at the center of the circle as he tries to find the front of the net. And then tipped through and down the ice. Gruber doing a good job getting back on that one. Gruber's now fighting in the corner. Egel-Cedar joining the party. Trying to clear that one out is Noko. They got two guys against one in the corner, but Gruber fights them both off. Sent around the far side by Egel-Cedar, and that's the length of the ice. And stop. It's no icing there. Perfect draw by the Warriors. Doing some dancing around and coming through 2-on-1. Shot. Oh, and just fired wide. I'm not sure if Prokop got a piece of that one or not, but it's hard off the glass. Back out to center ice. McGowan trying to hack it down. They spin away from him. Step around, pops, and then work their way past McGowan. McGowan coming back, making up for that. Graham McGowan knocking that puck back into the corner. Picked up by Popovic. He takes a slash as he makes the pass over to Gruber, who backhands it where it's picked up. They misfire on the play. McGowan to Popovic, to Medeo, 2-on-2. Medeo coming down the left side, shoots one in. He was looking to go top corner on the far side. Goalie sticks up his hand, gives that puck a high five, and then shakes it down to the ref. They're going to have one more chance here in the offensive zone with 30.7 seconds left to go in the first period. To Kolchevsky at the blue line, tipping it off the boards. Salazar to Foster, no, Popovic to Foster, to Medeo. Canterbury working it in, kept in there by Foster. He's bounced off of that one. Comes off the boards. They tip it past Canterbury. Kolchevsky and Canterbury both back for it. 11 seconds left to go. He's got a quick time to turn this one. Up to Medeo if he can flip one in. It goes off the shin pad of the D-man. And with 4 seconds left, Noko's going to just hang on to this one in the corner. Take a bump from Medeo, and the buzzer will sound. 2-1 hockey game after the first 16 minutes. Couple of breakaway goals there by Noko after the Warriors came out with a quick 1-0 lead off the Ben Toto snipe. Still have another minute and 14 seconds with Deacon Woolley in the penalty box, serving that 10-minute misconduct for boarding, and we'll be back to a full squad. As I've been talking about them, let's take a minute to chat about our game sponsor. If you've never been to Buc-ee's, it's not just the gas station. It's not just the clean bathrooms. It's an absolute experience. It's like It's like Disneyland for travelers up and down I-25, originating in Texas. I bought a hot tub, 2 snowblowers, 3 t-shirts, some cotton candy, and a roast beef sandwich there today. And I didn't even have my cart full. The carts there are amazingly huge. If you've never been, you have to go. Just show up here for a playoff game this weekend, and your first brisket sandwich is on the OTT. Come find me up here in the booth if you're coming to a game. We're going to stop at Buc-ee's for a brisket sandwich on the way home. But the Warriors do have some work to do. They started off hot, made a couple of, I hate to use the word sloppy, but that's how the turnovers happened. And that's where they took advantage. They being the Northern Colorado Junior Eagles. They're wearing the white jerseys over there, and they are in the lead 2-1. I don't have to mention the importance of these games. This is a do or die weekend. Double elimination and you're out. Loser of this game goes on to play Colorado Springs at 7:45 tomorrow night, and the loser of that game is done. The winner of this game goes on to play Littleton tomorrow at 5 p.m. The winner of that game gets Saturday off as the other 2 teams battle out to see who they face on Sunday. It's an exciting weekend. I'm pacing myself back and forth up here in the press box. I hope you guys had a chance to refresh your beverages. Everybody tuning in across the globe. It's been a fabulous season. I'm looking forward to another few excellent games of hockey here with you. I'm Harry Haviland. Shooter McGowan will be back tomorrow. He's on a flight from Seattle. He was up there doing another big deal because that's what he is. But he will be back with us tomorrow. Thanks to Diane running the camera. She's got lots of experience after our last tournament. One of the Mimosa Moms. Flipped all the way down by Noko. That's going to be a nice in call as Kolcheski was going back for it. Only 7 seconds ticked off this second frame, and the Warriors have an offensive zone face-off. Foster, Popovic, Medeo. Foster winning that one through, gets it back onto his own stick. Oh, I thought that one came through to Popovic in the slot. The goaltender covered it up. Sneaky little trick play move there by Foster. He flipped it forward off the faceoff, stepped around, and got a good shot off. Noko players tying his skate up. Got us put his coming back to have a little chat with Kolcheski, letting him know, hey, we worked on this in practice. Remember this play? I'm going to win it forward again and try and get another shot off. Foster in front off the skates of Popovic, back out to the blue line. Cannonberg walks the line over to Kolcheski. He's in the circle, takes the shot. Oh, goaltender just got a piece of that one. Snuck it back in the other way. Cannonberg in off the point. He's in deep. He's on the hash marks against the boards, fighting off that Noko player. Medeo's back in his spot. Kolcheski in, racing for that. Holding his man up against the boards. Noko has 2 players to the 1, though. They managed to scoot it out to center ice. Popovic up the boards. Tip back over by Noko. They come in. Offside. That is offside! Oh. I guess with your fat 1 foot over the boards, I don't know how that works. That's going to be an icing call against the Warriors, though. Can you do that? On that long change second period? Jump over the boards if you're going to be offside instead? I guess they did it. Back here, Woolley back on the ice. He's well rested. Those legs are going to be motoring right now. He's not too happy about what happened, I'm sure, but now he's out here with Haviland. Haviland and Woolley through center ice. Haviland trying to stick that one through to brought back into the offensive zone. And back to Benevelski. Off the backboards, more. Tip from Woolley to Toto. Back outside the zone. Haviland shoveling it back in, but it was too far outside the blue line, which means even a 1/4 millimeter outside the blue line, and you feed it back in, that's going to be an offside call. 1/4 millimeter, that's not a lot. Woolley chasing that one in. He's going to be careful not to get in front of the player before he gets to the puck now, though. Good stick lift there by Toto, banking that one off the board. Swinging at it was Moore, who was still in the zone. Chasing back, Woolley. Toto after it. Haviland stealing this one, coming down the left side. Haviland with the pass across. Woolley just missed it. Benevilski in off the blue line. He gets bumped off the puck, but it stays in deep. Haviland stealing that one in way behind the net. Back off of his skate, kicking it over to Woolley. Deacon Woolley looking to center, gets that lifted off of his stick. He gets knocked down. And Noko trying to get this one out. Good job by McGowan taking the man out of the play. McGowan stepping in front of the body again. More as the puck trickles into the Warriors zone. Benevelski, big pass up to, tipped by Haviland, then to McGowan across the blue line. McGowan sending it in as he gets knocked down. Past Lar. Off the bench, here comes Weber. Icing call against the Northern Colorado Junior Eagles. 13:43 left to go in the second period. Harry Haviland still here with you. Hope you're all enjoying your time wherever you may be too. Yes, I was hanging out with a Newfie last week in Houston. He was our cook for our chili cook-off up in Casper. He lives in Houston. Yeah, you know that Houston Newfie in Casper? Yeah, that guy. I was hanging out with him.
There's only one of them.
There's only one of them. We were having some fun by. He cooked some great chili too. Oh, tipped off. And Gruber chasing. Players help him get back to him. They get it out to the point. Clapper comes ripped in. Oh, stopped by the referee. Prokop circling in behind the net. Foster chasing this one up the boards, trying to tip that one in. They kick it back into the Warriors' end. Bumped off the puck there by Gruber. Eggleseder stepping into his man. Foster can't tip it through. Sneaking out the far side now. Dylan Eggleseder behind the net. Settles the puck down, but then loses it again. Hammers it around the boards. Popovic coming back from the center ice to try and get that one. He gets munched up against the boards, and Foster makes a pass back out through center. Medeo couldn't quite handle it. Taken away by Noko. They had a man in deep, steps in, takes a shot, rips on wide off the glass. Foster sending it. Medeo bumped off and out to the blue line. Noko in, shot, blocked. Foster coming through. Then Foster gets taken out there. I think that's boarding, isn't it? Across the blue line, drop pass by Noko. Shoots, oh, they just missed that far corner. Medeo trying to take this one away, working his way out of the corner. Noko, wraparound attempt. Good job there, blocked, and then top of the circle, wide open shot, 3-1 hockey game. Not much I can say about that, folks. You know what the score is. Shots on net in favor of the Warriors. It has been all season long. Goals, not so much. Toto Willie Haviland now. Poked back by Noko off the face-off win. 10 in, turn, fired back out to center ice by the Warriors. Pressure coming from Woolley. Trying to fake him into a pass. They knock that one down. Toto runs into his man. Cannonberg tries to take the head off a guy. He ducked underneath it. They come in and take a shot. Blocked there by Kolchevsky. Stolen away. Back over the sticks of Noko. They fire one wide over the far side. Deacon Woolley going after it. Clapped in there. It's off of a player and over the glass, out of play. Backup goalie will find that one. He passes it over to the referee. Fees here in Noko won't go up next season with the return of that puck. McGowan with the win, back over the corner. Kolchevsky knocked off that puck. Back over, Salazar. Can't clear it out of the zone. Finn Salazar still fighting, back to the blue line. Noko fires one. Off a couple bodies, Cannonberg sends it over to the corner. Takes his man, puck still loose, controlled by the Eagles. Out of the zone, Lar. To a speeding Cannonberg, 3-on-2 for the Warriors. Cannonberg taking this one wide, shoots one in front. Oh, it's on the goalie. Good hard shot in front, trying to sneak that one under or looking for a rebound as he had a man right in front of the net. It doesn't find its way through. It's covered up, and with 11:16 left to go, Warriors are trailing by 2. Foster down into this one. Got Popovic and Medeo on his shoulders. One back to Popovic, tip back out to the blue line. That one, Moore sends it outside with Benevelski just on the wrong side of the blue line. He was getting a little bit sketched there because the puck was outside and a couple of guys were up high on him. Good play though by the D-men to not let it go too far, and then Owen Moore keeps it in again. Returning the hit, Popovic on the back check, he falls down now. 2 players for Noko going towards the net. Moore getting back on it, the shot comes in, Prokop hangs on. He looked like it might have been going behind him, whistle blew, but it was nowhere near behind him. Kissed it out from the front of his pads. And now they're saying shots on net are 15-10 in favor of the Warriors. Any good jujubes that you guys could send through the airwaves? Jujubes. Jujubes, like the little candies. I want a jujube. Oh, and juju too. Any good juju that you guys can send? The players need that. Popovic. Looking for that jujube, and he puts it into the glove of the goalie. Yes, it's a little bit quiet without anybody else mic'd up. I apologize. It's been a couple of weeks for me. I can feel my throat getting a little bit sore here, but with 3 hockey games at least to play this weekend, fingers crossed, I will maintain. Popovic couldn't fire it off. It's still loose in front. Back to the stick. Foster with the shot. Another one loose in front. Popovic looking for a rebound. He had his stick in there. Gets a couple of fists to the face just to say hello. Don't stop until that whistle blows. This is playoff hockey, Colorado. Evan Foster, still out there. Wins that one forward. He's pulled that move a few times. I hope it pays off here for him, one of them. He's been close. Stuck back in around the corner by Benevelski. Medeo trying to take the hit. Moore stepping in, getting physical in the corner, deep in the offensive zone. Oh, Moore still there. Back over from Medeo. Taken away and winding up. Center is Noko. Good back check stick there by Foster, forcing him back over to the side. They make a drop pass. Foster couldn't get to it. Noko hangs onto this puck. Through a stick of the Warriors player, back out to the blue line. Noko turns, shoots one in. Blocked down, tipped over to the side. Owen Moore gets that one stolen away. Moore still has it. Flipped into the corner. Moore crashing, back over to Foster. Trying to get this one out. The Warriors having a hard time. Foster back is that one the length of the ice. Yes, it's going to be another icing call against the Warriors. They'll manage to get their next line out there with all fresh legs. Woolley, Haviland, Toto back out. Gotta get the mojoing here. Canterbury, backhand pass, Haviland. That weak bank backhand garbage doesn't go out. Doors open. They better blow that whistle down before somebody gets hurt. Yeah, that's gonna get you pulled off there, Kai. Haviland gets replaced with Weber. Toto and Woolley stay out. Canterbury, hard around the far side. Deacon Woolley gets a tip but sends it into the box. That one's out of play. It'll be back in the Warriors' end. Taking their time getting back here. We got 9:16 left to go. We're not even halfway through this second period. Seems like it's been dragging on a lot. Hasn't been penalties too many here in the second, if any. I don't think. It's been 5-on-5 hockey. Shots on net. 16 in 10 for the Warriors. 16-2-10. 16 in 10. 6, you know. Woolley, tip to Toto. Around off his skates. Toto and Weber through center ice. Toto still has it. Kicks that one in. Goaltender slows it down, then turns, fires it off the glass. Knocked down by Woolley. Into the corner, Deacon Woolley gets that one stuck down. Canterbury pitches up against the boards, fires one just under the blocker, wide in the net into the corner. Luke Weber, backhand dump back into the corner. Deacon Woolley spins it back. He's held up in the corner. Guy's lost his stick and his glove. And that should be against, this should be going against Noko, yes, for a hook against Woolley. Holding, hooking, whatever it is. Warriors back on the power play. Here is a spot that I believe capitalization would be a good term for what they need to do. As in the capitalize on? Capitalize on this situation? Be capitalizing in this scenario? 5-on-4 Warriors, they've got their power play unit out there. It was doing oh so well in the first period. Just unable to put one in. Let's see what they can do here in the second. They got a minute 30 up on the clock. Medeo's fighting it into the corner. Woolley, it comes back out to Foster, who's working the point with Cannonberg. Cannonberg sends it over to the far side for Toto. Toto walking in, tries to get it all the way across, finally gets over to Foster. Foster turns, shoots one in, a deflection. Goalie just got a toe on that. Then Toto working his way into the corner. Toto still has it. Toto working back out to the blue line. Foster tips back to Toto, has it on his backhand, sends it to Cannonberg at the blue line. Hank walks in, shoots one, looking to go short side, tipped in front. Woolley in front, couldn't get the loose puck. Is it under the goalie? Nobody knows. Player in front. Oh, frantic action in front of the Noco net. No puck to be found. And they keep it out. They still got 51 seconds left to go with this man advantage. Cannonberg walking across. Robs for Foster, stepping in, shoots, sends one high wide of the far post. Back over tip. Toto tries to center that one. Now Cannonberg's got to come back. He picks up the rolling puck on his backhand, sends it off the boards to Toto. Builds some speed across his own blue line. Van Toto skates through center, still has his puck. Toto trying to split the D, drop pass over to Foster. Shoots! Oh! Goalie sticks his glove up in the way. He doesn't understand that Devin was trying to put that puck in the net. Goalie's not playing fair with that glove. Second power play unit out here now, Popovic with McGowan and Weber. Benevelski and Egelseeder on D. That one's one. McGowan has it at the top of the circle. McGowan turns, dumps one into the corner, looking for Popovic. Pops, shovels that one through. Weber's fighting with him. Turned out, sent through center ice. Egelseeder. Sticks getting banged down there, signaling that the penalty is about to expire, and stolen away. McGowan flips a rifle of a shot towards the net. It wiggles its way towards the crease as it's tipped away by the D-man. Diving down to save that one from going outside the zone was Popovic. Now McGowan's fighting up against the boards against a couple of Noco players. McGowan still has his stick involved in the play as Noco reverses around the far side, and Benevelski steps in from the blue line to play that puck. Coming through, Noah Popovic with the takeaway. Centering pass, which would have been to no one. Doesn't make it through anyways, and Benevelski is forced to take this back. Oh, they're going to call an offside call there, I guess. Doubling them up in shots, 20-10 in favor of the Warriors now. Guess what? They're still trailing 3-1, looking to find a way to put this puck behind the goalie. Here comes Toto with Woolley and Haviland back out, Kolcheski and Cannonberg. Looks like a returning player here for Noco. I didn't see one leave the ice, but winning that one back was Noco. Woolley's on the chase. They hammer that one out to the blue line. It's tipped by Cannonberg, but now Kolcheski's got to race back. Coming in, shoot one off the post. Cannonberg fires that one clear to center ice. Toto with a little bit of pressure, forces the pass out in front of the Warriors bench. Stolen away by Woolley. Tries to feed the seam there. Couldn't quite get it to Haviland, but Cannonberg steps into the man, knocking that puck down. Haviland going up after it. Knocking it down out of midair. Haviland dropping that one for Kolcheski, who sends it into the offensive zone. Toto chasing as it doesn't go deep enough for the Warriors to get much advantage. As they're circling at the blue line, Haviland trying to knock his man off that puck. It's all the way down the ice, but it's going to be on Prokop, and he hangs on with the attacking player right on top of his glove. They're going to count that as another shot on net for Noco. 5:51 left to go. Second period on the OTT. It is playoff hockey in Fort Collins, Colorado. Oh, quick shot off the side of the net there by the Eagles. Medeo trying to shovel his man up off the boards, picked up there by Popovic. Coming out outside the offensive zone, pass through center. Can't quite control it. Was Foster. He gets taken down. Medeo with a swing of the stick. Looking to keep this one in the zone. Pops gets run into there. He was looking for the other hit. He missed the one guy, and then Moore manages to muscle his man off the puck in the defensive zone. Foster going after him. Player goes down into the corner. Moore and Foster still digging. It comes onto the stick of Big Rig, kicked out in center, and Popovic just manages to feed that one back into the middle of the corner. Oh! Right to the head there. Medeo takes one as he goes into the boards. Oh, Moore gets rid of that puck. It's going to be an icing call as it trickles all the way down. Back to the Warriors' end we go with 4:46 left to go in the second period. After this one, of course, we will have a little bit of a break as they're going to shine up the ice for the third. We'll go through the out-of-town scoreboard with you, and then maybe take a little break so I can rest my lungs. Caught up at the feet of Salazar right in front of the Noco bench. Skips back over to Benevelski. He's got some room down the right side. Sasha Benevelski takes it back over to the left. Working his way across. They stay on side. Benevelski has it. Shoots one in. It goes off the stick of the defender. Pad save by the goalie. Back over to Lar. Dumps into the corner. Good hit there by Salazar. He finishes a solid body. Lar trying to knock it in. Backhand flip all the way down the ice by Noco. Should signal another icing. And it is. We've had a lot of icing calls in here. That's probably why this one's dragging on so long. We are 1 quarter left in the second period. And for you math people out there like me, it's 16-minute periods. You can figure that out on your own. Woolley's skating over to the left wing. He's got Toto at center and Haviland on the right. Diving in there, Cannonberg out to the blue line, shoots one, oh, it was deflected right into the goalie's chest, where we love to put him, and no rebound to be found. Toto again. Noco out to the blue line. Kolcheski firing that one right back into enemy territory. Toto stealing it away behind the net. Ben Toto in the corner. Back out to the blue line. Cannonberg sees some players in front. Fires one on. Goalie makes another save. Got to get some sticks and bodies in front of this guy. Putting it right on him's not seeming to work. I mean, I'm no astrologist, but isn't the astrologist people that like bring together all the teacups and dream catchers and everything and tarot cards and try and make jujubes happen? Woolley stolen away. He's back checking through center ice alongside Haviland. They step in. Woolley's going to get a hooking call there, but he might have saved a goal with it as it's tagged up by Toto. That player had some speed. He skated his way through a few Warriors players. Now they're going to be shorthanded with 3:36 left to go here in the second. Not the situation the Warriors want to find themselves in here, trailing by 2 late in the second. Penalty killers out here look like Popovic and Popovic, Kolcheski, and Foster, sorry, and Cannonberg. The blue line setting up, big pass all the way across. They pick it back up off the boards. In front, could get a stick on that one. Back out to the blue line. Eagles still controlling. Looking to get set up deep into the corner. One-time pass to the top of the circle, and Prokop sees it, hangs on, in full control of that shot. Another shot in, deflected in front. Prokop, that net is off. The whistle's going to blow. Puck sneaks in behind Prokop. A bunch of youngins over there is cheering for a goal. You can't yell at a bunch of 3-year-olds, or can you? They might be 8. If they're 8, we can yell at them, right? I yelled at my 8-year-olds. I yelled at my 3-year-olds too, though, so it's not saying much. Back in my day. Popovic trying to win this one back. Does so. Benevelski going after it. Popovic getting involved. That one sneaks back over. Noko, top of the circles, pass across to the far side. Another rip comes in. Back over to Foster. Can't quite get a clean backhand off, then gets it off the glass. Not outside the zone. Popovic back in, pestering him. Player falls down. Flipped out of the zone by Foster. Pops racing, trying to tip that one clear. The Noko player does a good job as Pops is working on going back to the bench and fixing the edge on. Oh, a couple of loose sticks in front. Nobody could find that puck. To the top, 27 seconds left to go in the man advantage for Noko. The Eagles, top of the circle, knocked away by Foster, into the skates of Weber. Back over to Foster, backhanded, clear to the zone, but not out. Back in, Noko with the shot. Prokop pulls it back in front of him and covers it up. They're coming back in shots now with this power play, 23-15, but still 3-1. 12 seconds left to go in the power play for Noko. 2:17 left to go in the second period. Rip in. Oh, Prokop is under him. Puck was still loose. No, they're trying to bet one in. Blocked in front there. Good job by Weber. Diving in front of that puck, sacrificing his body. That was Weebs. Or it was Toto? Was it Weber? I think that was Weber's went down anyway. Weber, Toto there, both involved there.
There was a lot of bodies on the ice.
There was a lot of bodies on the ice. Let the bodies hit the ice. And is there going to be a penalty? No? Just a center ice draw here. Weber with the step lift, allowing Toto to skate over, pick up that puck, and knock it into the offensive zone. Ben Toto has been all over the ice, has the lone goal here for the Warriors. He chases it in. Luke Weber with him. Egelseeder in off the blue line. Backhand pass over there. Stepping in on Gruber. They get caught up at the blue line. Left there for Egelseeder. Around for Weber. He misses on the tip, but it comes through to center ice. Back inside their own zone. The Eagles circle. Make the pass up just short of too many men there. Eggie back in his own end. They lift his stick. Him and Gruber fighting in behind the net. Noko still has his puck. Egelseeder now bodying his man. Sneaking it out. Ben Toto off his backhand. Knocks it into a player in front. Another backhand shot. Diving in front that time was Weber. Taking the play out. Cross there, and it's going to be an icing call. Medeo just a little bit ahead of himself as he files that one down the ice. 1:04 left to go back into Warriors territory. We are sending these teams another draw. Mixing it up here, we've got Foster, Popovic, and Woolley. Saw Medeo out there on that last line. Seeing what they can do to find a connection here. The coaching staff been working hard all season down to this final weekend. Gets it to Woolley, and Deacon Woolley with some speed through center ice. He flips it off the mask of the player. Woolley tries to angle the guy off. The bigger player gets in front of him, but Woolley still chasing this one down. Popovic in there with them, knocking that puck around. High stick there by the Noko team. His player touched it. Ref making the right call. He's right there. Faceoff coming here for Foster. He is 57.6% on the season. This is where we're going to need him in that draw the most. Foster does win that one eventually. Woolley back over. Canterbury coming across. Fires one in. Look at the tip in front. Another shot, and they put it into the goalie's chest, who was already down on the ice. Oh. making a couple more changes here, trying to find that connection. Toto stepping onto the ice. He's with Foster and Woolley. Foster's going to take the draw. Kannenberg and Kolcheski back out on the point. That one's controlled by Noko, but not by much. They have it now on the far side, trying to make a pass out. The breakout pass comes through. Woolley breaks it up, sent through to Kolcheski at center ice. He gets interfered with, but not too much. The Kannenberg can't get off, and then Kolcheski forced back into his own end. Noko circling back out to the blue line. Warriors backed up into their own zone with 12 seconds left to go. Just need to get this last 9 seconds ticked off the clock, and they'll get to the locker room, have a little bit of discussion about this. Flipping that one down. That's deflected. That's deflected with 1 second. Come on. I swear that was deflected. I could be wrong. With 1.5 left to go on the clock. It's a 3.
Call it a deflection, whether it is or not.
I would have. I think that's, oh, they did get the shot off, got the second shot off. Oh, they managed to work for them, but the Warriors are gonna head to the dressing room. The Zam's gonna go around, but before it does, let's just check on what's going around out of town here as the playoffs continue up here in Colorado. Your Out of Toward Scoreboard brought to you by Buc-ee's. The Amarillo Armadillos got 2, and they're taking on the Moose Jaw Mario Karters, who have 3 today. Tallahassee Tube Hops taking on the Palmer Pediatrics. They're winning 6-5. Sylvan Lake Shortcakes 1 versus the Parachute Pumpkinheads. They've got 4. Duluth Dunce Cap versus the Elk City Cinnamon Buns. They're up 6-3. Those games are all still ongoing. We've got more action coming at you here in Fort Collins, Colorado. Right after we get a fresh clean, the coaches are gonna go have a chat with their boys. I'm gonna my lungs, and you guys make sure those bevies are full. You've got popcorn in your hand, and you're ready for third period action when we return. And just like that, the ice is clean. My throat is moisturized. The fans are happy, your drinks are full, the boys are rested, and we are ready to go. Third period action coming at you on the OTT Sports Network. The Warriors are trailing, if you are just tuning in, 3-1. 16 minutes left to play in this game. We need a win to get back here tomorrow at 5 o'clock to take on Littleton. With not a win, we will be back here at 6 o'clock, 5:45. We're playing at midnight. Who cares? We're going to get a win. I'll tell you the time when this game's over. I'm just trying to fill some dead airspace. You want a microphone? Get up here. Wake yourself up. You tell these people what time it is. I'm hoping this did the Warriors some good. If you guys were tuning in there throughout the second intermission, all of our sponsors, I shouldn't say all of our, a bunch of our sponsors getting thrown up on the board there. We've had some beauties this year. It's been a lot of fun, and we still got lots of hockey to go. It's he. Kolchevsky back into his own zone. Around the far side, Popovic's going to chase this one up the boards. Stepping in from the blue line, Popovic goes down, takes out the leg of the player. Noko still in, shoveled across the blue line. The Eagles back across their own line, across center ice, firing one in deep. Behind the net, slowed down there by Prokop. Stepping inside, Kolchevsky manages to body that one out of the way. And then Medeo tips that one. There's that pass again. I've been talking about this pass all season long, and every one of the wingers has done it. Cannonberg, Foster, back to Cannonberg, sends that one around. Medeo trying to chase this one out of the zone. They kick it out. Now Haviland's chasing his man back in there. I'd love to see one of the Warriors just throw a big hit right now. Set the tone here for this third period and what they got to do. Instead, Haviland gets pinched up against the boards. Toto comes in to help him. Then Toto gives that puck away. Good job by Prokop getting a glove on that one. Blind passes to the center of the ice in your own zone don't tend to work all the time. Haviland getting his stick tied up, hooked down, tangled up, still managed to get it back over to Cannonberg. Off the boards, Clapp comes in, sent wide of Prokop's glove. Kolchevsky chases into the far corner. Up the boards, over the stick of Woolley, but at least out of the zone. Haviland coming at his man. Dumped in here by Noko. The Eagles find it around the boards. Cannonberg hammers that one out. Haviland finding Woolley at center ice. He turns on it. Couldn't quite settle down that puck. Haviland gets it back, flips it to Toto, who dumps it all the way in. Those guys are going to go for a line change. Egelseeder and Gruber are left out there as the forwards manage to jump over the boards. Pass comes through center, tipped up. Lars back in his own end after Prokop leaves that one there for him. Back over to Gruber. Converged on there by a couple of Noko players. Prokop has that puck come towards him. Says, boys, I'm just going to hang on to this one. I need to pad my stats a little bit, and you need to pad your play. Let's get this puck out of the zone and get going the other way. And then, what do you say? Maybe we go down by the bay and have a roll in the hay. McGowan winning that one over to Benevelski. Shot around the backboard, stepping in from the blue line around Lauren and bumped by Egelseeder. Egelseeder now taking the body. Kicked up McGowan, feeding it back over. Gruber behind the net. Sorry, those yellow gloves. I thought that was Benevelski. Back now, Egelseeder flipping it up the boards. Reed Lahr manages to get that one out of the zone properly, and then it's off the far boards, picked up by Grubes. Jesse Gruber coming to the top of the circle, gets a shot off. Rebound was Luth. McGowan was going to the net, had his stick lifted. Egelseeder rips one in. It was going wide. The goaltender gloves it down, and they whistle it before he has a chance to drop it into the corner. Shots on net now almost evened up. 25-22 is still in favor of the Warriors. They're trailing 3-1. 13-25 left to go in the game. OTT and Harry Haviland bringing you the playoff action in Fort Collins, Colorado. Off the boards, Benevelski has that one jump over his stick, one-on-one against Moore. Owen Moore keeps that out of the zone. That one comes back in offside. As the Woolley Foster Toto line is out there now. Cannonberg and Kolchevsky jump back over the boards on defense. Foster can win that one forward, but Kolchevsky controls it. It comes back to the Warriors off the face-off draw. Toto tipping that one in, sneaks his way around the boards. Foster around him. Cannonberg, good job stepping in front of that one. Toto can't quite control it. Stick lift back over to Woolley. He's at the blue line. Woolley rips a blistering shot into the shoulder pads of the defenseman. That one's blocked and back out to center ice. Woolley fighting right down below the press box here. Cannonberg stepping up. That's going to be another offside play against the NoCo Eagles. They'll take those whistles all day long as the time ticks down. 12:45 left to go. They still control the game with a 3-1 lead. Weber, McGowan, Lahr, Egelceder, and Gruber. Graham McGowan at the center. Winning that one over. Trying to jump in with Egelceder. Some confusion at the blue line. Egelceder knocks it back out to center. And then it's kicked in offside one more time by the NoCo Junior Eagles. If anybody has any more jujubes, please get them going. Wine gums. How about some Maynard's? Maynard wine gums. Those are even better. How come they haven't been a sponsor? There's always tomorrow. Desi Gruber through center ice, gets across the red line, takes a hit to make the play, sends that one in deep. Still wrestling with his man as he fights his way in across the blue line, around the far side. Egelceder keeps that one in, and that one sneaks out. Him and Lars. McGowan not quite out the blue line. It's going to be offside. We got to get physical. We got to get fast. We got to get something going here. Mateo, Foster, and Popovic back out. Sent in by Big Rig Moore, chased down by Austin Mateo around the far corner. Kick back the opposite direction by Popovic. Mateo going after it. Cannonberg holding the blue line strongly like he's done all season for this Warriors team. Foster going after it. Bodies his man up against the board. Popovic spinning off the boards, trying to get it back to Foster. He has it, centering past Mateo, jumps over his stick. Now he's on the back check through center ice. Here comes the NoCo squad. Fire run in, paddled down by Prokop. Cannonberg gets the right angle on his man. It goes off of Mateo, sticking outside the zone. Recollecting at center ice are the Eagles. The ref takes a dive. And Prokop steers that one over for Cannonberg. He's got Mateo. Pass. Tip that one over for Foster. Through center. Pass up to the far side. Weber skating down. He's got Mateo going towards the net. Weber. Drop pass into the corner. Picked up by NoCo and then sent all the way out. Racing after this one. Benevelski's going to try to get a stick on it. NoCo sneaks on the inside of him. Egelceder gets a good job knocking that stick out of the way. And then the Warriors just fire it all the way down. Ref waves off icing at the last minute. Stolen away there by Weber. He had Woolley in front off the skate. And loose puck. Nobody can find it. NoCo steers it off to the boards and gets it out of the zone. Not quite out of the zone there. Good job by Egelceder keeping it in. Woolley with the forecheck. Taking his man up against the boards. Toto jumping into the play with him. They got Benevelski over the far side, racing to keep this one in. Sasha at the blue line, peels back off his backhand, working in front of the competitor's bench. Benevelski, we've seen him do something out of this corner before, in front. Toto knocked down before he could get a good swipe at that one. Woolley on the back check, trying to take this one away. Deacon Woolley steals it. Deacon coming in, sneaks on the left side. Woolley hooked up and held out. Puck is still loose in front. Over to the corner, back out. Sent all the way down. That's going to be an icing as Cannonberg's coming back for that. Foster, Popovic, and Mateo back out with Kolchevsky and Cannonberg. Get it around. Cannonberg mashes his big body up against the boards. Foster trying to steal it away. Centered in front, loose puck. Mateo couldn't find it. Right through the crease. Mateo sends that one back around the other side. Cannonberg's coming in deep from the blue line. Popovic's going to drop back to take his spot. Cannonberg trying to stick handle behind the net. Gets that one taken away from him, and NoCo works the way out of the zone. Back kept in there by Popovic, spun around at the blue line, tipped around into the corner. Kolchevsky working that one in deep, bounces that one back out. Kannenberg's going to change, but got to jump off the bench. It's a one-on-one. They take the shot. Prokop coming up big, and now Moore tries to find Medeo. Jumps over his stick. Medeo sprinting back. Moore knocking that one down. It's back out to center ice. Medeo trying to take this one away from his man up in there, and they're going to call it an offside as Noko's in offside one more time. And now we've got McGowan centering Woolley and Toto. Or no, Toto centering McGowan and Woolley. One to Benevelski. Sasha winding up through center ice. He's got a head of steam as he works his way in. Flipping this one around. Toto going after it. Toto finishing his hit. McGowan drop past that one back over for Moore. Ben Toto, another hit. That's up off the mesh and out of play. That one's going to stay inside the zone, though. It was off of a Noko player before it came out. 9 minutes left to go. It's still a 3-1 hockey game. Warriors trying to dig as deep as they can. This is for all the marbles here in the next couple of days. Toto fighting to put his way into the zone. Benevelski from the blue line. Back over to Toto, over his stick. McGowan going after it. Making that man drop it off into the corner. Toto chases it. McGowan trying to dig it out to the blue line. Moore keeps it in. Now he's got to backpedal through as Noko's working their way through center ice. He spins around. Woolley on the back check just inside the blue line. Reaches his stick around, knocks that one down. Couldn't get it all the way out, but Owen Moore manages to flip it off the glass and down the ice. No icing as that one was deflected. Benevelski doing a good job keeping that one in. Benevelski right back onto his stick. Has Foster in front. Benevelski shoots that one. Kannenberg, centering pass. Nobody home, but he gets a good shot on. Weber off the bench. Coming down. McGowan getting back on his man, taking him into the corner, forcing him wide as Kolchevsky. Kannenberg in front. Good job there by Joey Kolchevsky. Finishing up on that play. It comes out to center. They got to wave that one. Oh, it's going to be an icing call. And back into the Warriors' end for another face-off. Halfway through the third period, score hasn't changed. And the Warriors got to find something here. Foster, Weber, and Haviland. Foster winning that one back. Controlled by Kolchevsky. Sends that one hard around. Weber with the centering pass just behind Foster's reach, but then stolen away by Weber. Luke Weber onto the offensive side of the play. Drop pass for Kannenberg. Trying to kick that one off his backhand, gets it back over to Weber. Weber, trying to get that one through. Haviland's got a race for it, does a good job tying his man up. Stopping the breakaway. Haviland, quick pass up to Foster, he's at center ice. Takes a big hit and then manages to send that one in deep. Out through to center ice. Foster turns, sends that one in. It's going to be offside as he still had a couple of players in there. Foster took another big hit. He's been getting abused here. I'd love to see some of the Warriors players get on the offensive side of those hits. I don't think we've had any hits this game. Nothing of significance anyway. And it keeps firing up the Noko players in the crowd. We need a little bit of that energy coming over here on our side. It's a little nerve-wracking right now, to say the least. Total, Woolley and Lahr. Reed Lahr firing that one in. Stopped in behind the net. Oh, continue recording. Recover broadcast. Oh, we've done this before. That's just Wi-Fi messing up. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Hopefully we're still with you. If not, we'll make sure it's live after. We'll continue recording and get it up. Broke up. Covers up. Guy takes a swipe at it anyways. Some bad Wi-Fi there. Hoping it's still going on. If somebody can let me know, please do. We've had issues at this place in the past. Battery power is good. We've got 69% left. Giggity. Out to the blue line. Woolley trying to block a shot. Noko guys are loose in front. Gruber picking up the loose rubber in the corner. Lahr trying to step back into that one. Toto bouncing off his man. Noko can't keep it in with the pass out to the blue line. Woolley trying to chase it through center. Des Gruber stops up. Pass to Woolley. There's that pass again. Hey, wait, if I mentioned that, how many times this game from everybody, all of our wingers? Everything's okay now. All right, we're back on the air. A little bit of malfunction here with the Wi-Fi system in Anoco Ice Arena, but Noco now coming in on the Warriors zone, trying to work their way in. Des Gruber centering pass out, Noco controlling it. Another shot comes in, blocked down in front, loose. Prokop looking for it, it's under his pads. Man, Cannonberg's not gonna let them get any closer. 6:07 left to go, 3-1, 28-27 shots on net. Warriors have only had about 8 shots on net since halfway through the second period. Around, can't get it out. Foster now with the backhand, clears the zone, tip back in, and the Eagles are offside. I'm feeling there's going to be a lot of these slow, choppy plays for the last 5 minutes and 55 seconds of this game, as the Eagles are going to be just trying to dump this one in and keep it in the offensive side. Warriors are going to be looking for something open to get it out of here. Flipped all the way down there, like I mentioned, by the Eagles. A bounce in front. Oh! Got lucky there as a weird bounce came out in front, and Noco just sent that wide of the net. Prokop did not see that one coming. Another shot he saw coming. Lahr taken away. Reed Lahr through center. Stick on him. He knocks that one over to Popovic, who gets it taken away, and they're whistling it down for offside. I don't even know if the puck crossed. Just a couple of players did there. But it'll be just outside Noco territory for the Warriors coming out across the bench. McGowan, Chodo, and Woolley. Around, Graham McGowan chasing. Sent around, Eggleseder trying to keep this one in. Toto still fighting. Back to Woolley, over to Eggleseder. Backhand off the face of Woolley, knocks it down. Toto bounces around him. Noco turns, fires. They're gonna get quick changes here, fresh legs out there. Eggy picks it up behind his own net. Fires up around the far side. McGowan tips that over. Toto bounces it out of the zone. They fake Woolley out of the pass, and then finally make it, coming across the blue line. Tip one in, Prokop kicks it over to the far side, coming in from the blue line. Noco, Eggleseder. The Eagles still with the puck. Eggleseder knocking a couple men down. Eggy with the backhand pass around. The Warriors desperately need a goal here as the time is winding down. Off the bench, Foster, backhand pass up to McGowan across the red line. They try and take McGowan out. He pushes man in. Then McGowan, what are you doing? McGowan got the clean hit. The ref let him get away with it. And then McGowan went up and gave him another cross check when the play was long gone. The aggressive play, but now the Warriors are going to be killing off a penalty. They're trailing by 2 goals, 4:22 left to go in the third. I apologize to anybody if I'm offending you, your player, your grandmother, or your niece that has never watched hockey in her life, but I'm a little bit worked up right now. I'm really rooting here for the Warriors. And I maybe not have my best announcer cap on right now. I am a parent here for the Warriors. And an announcer. Shot comes in, the ball. Blast goes off the back glass. Sent all the way across. Setting up here offensively. Noco rolling puck. They got to settle this one down. Still rolling. Good work there by Cannonberg. Back out to the top. Foster and Popovic out there. Moore is the other defender. Shot in, Prokop with a save, rebound, Prokop with another save, another rebound, block shot, another shot coming in off the skates of Cannonberg, and Foster gets tripped down, and we're gonna even this one up as Noco touches up. Penalty drawn there by Devin Foster. And we're going to be 4-on-4 for the next 45 seconds. 3:37 left to go. Third period action up here in NOCO. It's the Warriors trailing in the Tier 2 Bantam Colorado playoffs. Toto wins that one back over Benevelski to Egelseeder. Take it to Benevelski. Sasha comes in, shoots, good blocker save. He was looking to go up in that same spot that Toto picked earlier today. Toto back out to the blue line. Nobody in front, so he's going to work his way right through the slot. Has that one taken away, and NOCO sends it back up through center ice. Benevelski intercepts that play. Egelseeder takes away the puck around the boards. Woolley can't reach it. It comes back out to center ice, picked back up by the Eagles. They go cross ice back in their own zone, D to D. Gain in the offensive zone here. Work it in underneath the glove of Prokop, wide of the net. Back to Egelseeder. Stepping off the bench is Medeo as the penalty's over. It's 5-on-4. Austin Medeo across the blue line. Fires one in, sends it wide of the net. Toto coming to pick this one up. Past a couple of players and all the way down the ice. Benevelski's trying to race for it. NOCO's going to get to it first. Icing's waved off. Shorthanded opportunity here for NOCO. Back to Popovic. Beating it up. Foster turns, fires one for the blue line, blocked in by the defender. Still the power play opportunity. The Warriors now with a stick bang of Prokop means that one's going to be over. Player's going to jump out of the box and be back to 5-on-5. He looks to step out of the box right in 2 seconds. And Owen Moore coming across the blue line. Turns, rips one. Again, going for that high blocker side. Just blocked away off the glass. Oh, reaching for it in front of his Medeo. Turned, another blast by the big rig. It's off the far boards and chasing it back through center ice is Cannonberg. Dumped all the way down, another icing against the Warriors. 1:45 left to go here. Trailing by 2, and I'm starting to sense that they might not get both goals here. I'm not giving up hope. There's still lots of time left. We've had 8 shots in the last 45 minutes of hockey. Timeout here called by the Warriors. Shots on net now 32-28 in favor of the Eagles as they have a 3-1. Remember at one time, folks, it was 20-10. I believe it even went above that, 21-10 in favor of the Warriors. And they have just failed to get those shots in the last half of this game. And hence, if you don't get shots, the goals will not follow. They've been working hard here, though. They've got 1:45 to dig as deep as they can. I have a sense as soon as they can get the puck on the right side of the ice and in control, Prokop will be coming to the net for the man advantage 6-on-5. There is nothing to lose here. There's no points for, no points against. It's a win-loss going into tomorrow's battles against Littleton and Colorado Springs. This one is going to be in the Warriors zone to be dropped, though. So they're going to have to do some digging to get it out. Moore and Cannonberg on D. Woolley, McGowan, Toto on forward. Cannonberg trying to get that one up as Woolley's looking up the ice, sends it around far. They've got Deacon Woolley sitting up high here in neutral ice. I think that's maybe what they drew up. Oh, there's an interference call. Wow. Toto gets taken out. Stolen away here with the giveaway back in front. Shot on net. Prokop with it under his pad, making yet another save. Prokop's been the one keeping his team in this. He's been peppered here. He's been absolutely amazing for the last half of this game. Well, for the whole game. But he's seen a lot more shots in the second half. Foster, Toto, and Woolley. Tying up. Cannonberg back out to center ice. Woolley circling. Noko right in. That's an icing call. And this is giving the Warriors a chance. They've got to get their right line out here. I'm going to see Prokop's going to the net, or going to the bench, and that's going to be empty for the Warriors. 1:08 left to go on the clock. Cannonberg, Egelseeder, Foster, Medeo, Toto, and Woolley. Evan Foster trying to get this one back. It's one and rung hard all the way down the ice. Another icing call here, going to go against. No, icing waved off as Egelseeder races for it. Has to send it to the far side. It tips outside the zone. Toto now chasing it. Knocked off the skates of Woolley. Back to Foster. Devin Foster on the backhand trying to come down the right side. He's got Woolley going to the net. Foster with a shot blocked by the D-man. Egelseeder fires one in. Looking for the tip in front was Medeo. Austin Medeo backhand spin. Can't get it towards the front of the net. Time ticking down. 38 seconds left to go. Toto keeping it in. Back over to Foster. Foster shoots in front. Woolley couldn't get the tip on it. Egelseeder dumps one in. Loose puck in front of us. Underneath the goalie behind. Another shot. Comes in and they score! They score! The Warriors making a game of it with 26.5 seconds left to go. Ben Toto, if he shenanigans once, he'll shenan again, and he has 2 goals on the game. But now, that's not a tie game, folks. That's just within 1 goal. The Warriors got to do something crazy here. They got to push this one in as hard as they can. Prokop's going to be coming to the net as soon as Foster can win this one forward and skate it into the zone. Foster winning that one forward, then taken right away by Noko. Skated into the offensive zone. Egelseeder's falling down, going for it. 18 seconds left to go. Eggie around the far side. Toto can't get to it. It's back out to center ice. Noko has it. And it's going to be a penalty against Noko. With 12 seconds left, they're going to have an offensive zone draw, 6-on-4.
Been pretty flagrant.
"12 seconds left. 6-on-4 Warriors. Foster's going to be taking this draw, is my guess. He's got no, Toto is. Foster's going to be on top of the circle. That one's won and hammered around the boards, racing to try and keep this one with Egelseeder. It's going down, and it's not going to be icing, and this is going to be the game. 4 seconds left to go. Fired down to center ice, and the game is over. Warriors taking a 1-0 lead early. They give up 2, and then a third. They try and come back with seconds left to go with the man pulled, or the goalie pulled in the extra man. They bring it within close, make it interesting at the very end. But we will be back here tomorrow. It's going to be a 7:45 p.m. start, taking on the Colorado Springs Tigers. We've played those guys multiple times, the last one becoming great in our favor, but I'm not going to say anything about how any of this stuff can turn out. It's playoff hockey. Thank you for tuning in. These boys played their butts off, and I know they're going to do it again tomorrow just for you guys. On behalf of everybody here at the OTT Sports Network, I'm Harry Haviland, thanking you for coming out, and I'm signing out.